The further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it. The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. The people will believe what the media tells them they believe. All tyrannies rule through fraud and force, but once the fraud is exposed, they must rely exclusively on force. Free speech is my right to say what you don't want to hear. There is no swifter route to the corruption of thought than through the corruption of language. Real power is achieved when the ruling class controls the material essentials of life, granting and withholding them from the masses as if they were privileges. The past was erased, the erasure was forgotten, the lie became the truth. It's frightful that people who are so ignorant should have so much influence. Some ideas are so stupid that only intellectuals believe them. The war is not meant to be won, it is meant to be continuous. Everyone believes in the atrocities of the enemy and disbelieves in those of his own side without ever bothering to examine the evidence. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. The real test of character is how you treat someone who has no possibility of doing you any good. Journalism is printing what someone else does not want printed. Everything else is public relations. War against a foreign country only happens when the moneyed classes think they are going to profit from it. From the totalitarian point of view, history is something to be created rather than learned. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. If you want a vision of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face, forever. We have now sunk to a depth at which restatement of the obvious is the first duty of intelligent men. He wears a mask, and his face grows to fit it. All rulers in all ages have tried to impose a false view of the world upon their followers. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. It's not so much staying alive, it's staying human that's important. What counts is that we don't betray each other. Anyone who challenges the prevailing orthodoxy finds himself silenced with surprising effectiveness. All the war propaganda, all the screaming and lies and hatred, comes invariably from people who are not fighting. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes a revolution in order to establish a dictatorship. Right thinking will be rewarded, wrong thinking punished. The real division is not between conservatives and revolutionaries, but between authoritarians and libertarians. When I see a policeman with a club beating a man on the ground, I don't have to ask whose side I'm on. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act.